Hello and welcome to this session of KSG podcast. The topic for today is criminal conspiracy, which is defined under section 120A of the IPC, whereas the punishment for criminal conspiracy is defined in section 120B. This topic becomes important for the reason that whenever there is an allegation of an offense being committed by a group of individuals, then one of the issues which is investigated by the authorities is the presence or absence of criminal conspiracy. Recent example in this regard is the unfortunate Delhi riots case, in which the investigation is ongoing. Criminal conspiracy is included in chapter 5A of the IPC. This chapter was added through Criminal Law Amendment Act 1913. Section 120A defines criminal conspiracy, and according to it, whenever two or more persons agree to do or cause to be done an illegal act or an act which is not illegal but is done through illegal means, then such agreement is designated as criminal conspiracy, provided that no agreement except an agreement to commit an offense shall amount to criminal conspiracy unless some act besides the agreement is done by one or more parties to such agreement in pursuance thereof. Now, on a plain reading of section 120A, it becomes clear that the offense of criminal conspiracy has its foundation in the agreement to commit an offense. According to the Supreme Court, a conspiracy consists not merely in the intention of two or more, but in an agreement between two or more to commit a crime. Therefore, what becomes important is not the thought of doing some unlawful activity. The offense of conspiracy is complete when that thought takes a concrete shape of an agreement to do an unlawful activity. An important question here is that can a single person be held guilty of criminal conspiracy? The Supreme Court in Topan Das versus State of Bombay has held that one person alone cannot be held guilty of conspiracy for the simple reason that one cannot conspire with oneself. The Supreme Court in the state of Tamil Nadu, through Superintendent of Police CBI versus Nalini case, better known as Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, has summarized the law related to criminal conspiracy. According to the judgment in this case, the offense of criminal conspiracy is an exception to the general law where intent alone does not constitute crime. In other words, not only intention to commit crime, but there should be an agreement to commit the crime. Further, if the agreement is to commit an illegal act, the crime of criminal conspiracy is complete. But when the agreement is to commit a legal act by employing illegal means, then in that case, some overt action on the part of the conspirators is necessary to constitute the crime of criminal conspiracy. It should be noted that merely entertaining a dangerous wish or desire does not constitute the offense of criminal conspiracy. Furthermore, once an agreement to commit an illegal activity is in place, the offense of conspiracy is complete. Then it is immaterial that the intended crime was committed or not. If the crime is committed, it will help the prosecution in proving the charges of conspiracy. So this was a brief overview of the offense of criminal conspiracy. Thank you very much.